Lab workers are invaluable, and their health and well-being is always going to be a priority. This is why employers need to prioritize safety, which ultimately benefits the organization as a whole. One of the primary regulations requires employers to implement a chemical hygiene plan that includes procedures, equipment, personal protective equipment, and work practices that are capable of protecting employees from the health hazards that are presented by chemicals used in the laboratory. In addition to specific OSHA standards, the General Duty Clause of the Occupational Safety and Health Administration plays a crucial role in maintaining a safe laboratory environment. This clause requires employers to provide a workplace that's free from recognized hazards that are causing or are likely to cause death or serious physical harm to employees. This same clause is particularly significant in situations where no specific OSHA standard applies to a particular hazard. Generally, it involves ensuring proper ventilation, managing chemical storage, and maintaining updated safety training for all laboratory personnel. Now look, as a key component of engineering controls, lab fume hoods are essential for avoiding exposure to dangerous substances. According to OSHA's regs, employers must implement appropriate exposure controls, like fume hoods, to minimize the risks associated with toxic chemicals. While this device is definitely important for exposure control, it's also mandatory to follow certain maintenance strategies for optimum performance. No doubt, regular maintenance and cleaning are essential for all lab equipment, but fume hoods require particular attention. Because of their role in expelling harmful gases and chemicals from the laboratory, and given the dangerous nature of experiments that are conducted within them, fume hoods demand more frequent care. A malfunctioning or damaged fume hood can quickly lead to life-threatening situations. You see, laboratory fume hoods typically fall into two categories: ducted and ductless fume hoods. Ducted hoods generally require less maintenance because they don't rely on filters, and ducts themselves require minimal cleaning. On the other hand, ductless hoods use filters extensively, which then need to be replaced regularly to ensure effective operation. So hey, after each use, ensure that any residues from previous experiments or activities are thoroughly cleaned. This includes removing any chemical films, liquid droplets, or crystalline formations from the work surface. Clean every inch of the interior with soap and water. But first, confirm that the chemicals involved don't react with these cleaning agents. The fume hood should be cleaned after every use. Some fume hoods are equipped with internal washing systems. These are particularly useful for cleaning up heavy fumes or spills. If your experiment or activity involves substances that have boiled over, leaked, or otherwise contaminated the interior, the internal cleaning system can be invaluable. There is a body policy that regulates exposure control. ANSI Z9.5, known as the American National Standard for Laboratory Ventilation, has been playing a crucial role in ensuring effective control measures in laboratory settings. This standard provides comprehensive guidelines for the design, installation, and maintenance of laboratory ventilation systems, including fume hoods, which are essential for controlling hazardous exposures. ANSI Z9.5 outlines the performance criteria for laboratory fume hoods and emphasizes the need for effective capture and containment of hazardous fumes, vapors, and particulates. The standard specifies the required face velocity, which is, again, the speed at which air is drawn into the hood, to ensure that contaminants are effectively captured and aren't released into the lab environment. This is important for protecting laboratory personnel from exposure to harmful substances. Following ANSI Z9.5, fume hoods must undergo routine performance testing to verify their operational effectiveness. This is going to include assessments of face velocity, airflow patterns, and overall containment capabilities. The standard mandates that these tests be conducted periodically, typically every 6 to 12 months, to ensure that the fume hoods continue to function as intended and provide reliable protection. The standard also addresses the proper installation and commissioning of fume hoods. It provides guidelines for the correct placement and configuration of hoods within the laboratory to optimize their performance. This is going to include considerations for hood placement relative to lab activities, airflow patterns, and proximity to potential sources of contamination.